everybody, welcome back to another video, the T on NPD and relationships. Hello everyone, to all of my new subscribers and new family members. Hello, hi, welcome, and to my tribe and family at large, welcome back. Thank you all so much for coming back and watching another video, family. You know I'm always asking y'all, smash that like button for me, y'all. Hit that like button. Can y'all hit that like button for me? Thank you so much. Y'all, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Listen, if you know of someone that can use this information, of course, if you have your own platform and you want to inform people about what's happening here, please share the information. All right, y'all, please do that. And listen, for those of you that would like a signed autographed copy of the book Seduced by Satan, please email me, theteaonnpdcoaching@gmail.com, and we will give you the information for payment. Take your address so we can go ahead and send that copy out to you, autographed by yours truly. All right, so y'all go ahead and send me an email. For those of you that are in need of coaching, I am at this time accepting new coaching clients, so y'all be sure to send me an email, theteaonnpdcoaching@gmail.com, and we will get back with you, get back to you with availability and also pricing. Okay, so y'all, we are getting ready to get into the topic of this video. Oh, y'all. Y'all, I'm going to tell y'all something. When you dealing with a narcissist, it's sad. It really is. It's very, very sad. And I go hard. I really go so hard because I want y'all to not just understand the abuse itself, but I want y'all to be well educated about what it does to the soul, how these birds react, how they go into all of the different things that they do, and even with the new supply. You know what I'm saying? All of these different things. I want y'all, I want this community to be well informed, well rounded. If somebody asks you about different parts of, or have you ever heard of this, you can stand there and have an intelligent conversation with them, because guess what? You listen to my content, you're probably going and listening to some other different content. Hopefully y'all are checking the tables that you dine at, okay? Because I definitely want to make sure that what you are taking into your vessel is healthy. All content out there is not healthy. Please don't listen to somebody angry doing all of that. You know, they haven't healed or whatever, and you know that that's a problem. They got all types of issues, and no. You don't want that in your vessel, because then you're going to become that too. You see what I'm saying? So be careful about the tables you dine at, spiritually, soulfully. Okay. But y'all are probably, you know, you could stand there and hold an intelligent conversation about narcissistic abuse, because, you know, you have gotten the information, and I don't care what anybody says, y'all, the information changes you, okay? Because you know what time it is. So, yeah, we're going to talk about the fact that narcissists, you know, how they actually triangulate the new supply, okay? And I want y'all to know something. They don't just triangulate them. I think it could be an octagon. I think it could be a square. I think it could be more sides to this thing. But I want to talk to you about how they actually triangulate the new supply. What goes on in that thing? And are you a part of it? You know, does the narcissist use the relationship with you as a part of triangulating the new supply? Why do they do that? You know, how do they do it? Why do they do it? I think that's all important information for us to know. So we're going to talk about that in this video today. Now, first of all, I think it's important for you all to understand that a narcissist is a very, most of the time they suffer from major depression. Okay, they are very insecure people. They have low self-esteem, you know, low self-worth. They always want to do things to get, you know, to make you upset, to get a reaction out of you, and all of those different types of things. Why? It is because they themselves are not happy. Okay, that's number one. They're not happy. And not only are they not happy, y'all, but they want to make you miserable just like them. Okay, they are in misery. They want you to be in misery. And then what you also need to understand is that they want to bring you down to their level. See, you operate very, you're a high functioning person. You operate in a very positive mode, and you're usually upbeat. If you're not, you may not be that bubbly effervescent. You may not have that bubbly effervescent personality, but at least you can be positive and optimistic. Whereas a narcissist is very pessimistic. Okay, so quite naturally, they're going to need someone like you because you bring the sauce, so to speak. You bring the sauce, y'all. So, because you do that, all right, let me tell you something. You are not going to, it's not going to go over too well with the narcissist when you're no longer around, and you have to force them, and you're forcing them to get a new supply. So, yeah, that new supply is going to be triangulated. Okay. So how does the narcissist triangulate the new supply? How does this happen? Well, when they get the new supply and, they're testing the new supply. Okay. They're running a battery of tests on them. They're trying to test their empathy. They're trying to test their endurance. How much crap are they going to take off the narcissist? Are they going to allow them to disrespect them? All of these things. So they're running a battery of tests on the new supply. Okay, so one of the main tests that they're gonna test them with is the narcissist is going to allow the new supply to have not a lot of information, but a little bit of information about you. Mainly, probably a picture. Probably talked about maybe something that you did really well that the narcissist always, was admired about you or complimented you on. Now, the very thing that they compliment you on in the beginning is the very thing that they tear you down with in the end. Okay, so you didn't do this well. You didn't. Oh, I just was saying that to make you feel good. I didn't mean it. All that craziness, all those lies. Okay, so they're going to allow that new supply to have minimal information about you, but just enough for that new supply to be like, raise a brow. Like, okay, so that's my competition. First of all, it shouldn't even be their competition. You should not be their competition. With a man that's healthy and sober minded, meaning not riddled with demons and all of this kind of crazy crap, that type of man, I'm speaking from a female perspective, and you can interchange the genders. If you're a man, it could be, the opposite, female. You're dealing with a female narcissist. Okay. First of all, that person should feel in no way, shape, form, or fashion intimidated by this other individual if it is a healthy relationship. It ended, and that's just what it was. Usually a healthy man, when it comes to that type of thing, is not even bringing the other supply or the other person into the dynamic at all. You know what I'm saying? Unless the new supply possibly asks for, hey, can I see? Or the new person asks, well, what did your ex look like? All of that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So they're pretty much going to have to ask, what does your ex look like or whatever? That's a healthy person. Oh, but when you dealing with a bird, baby, let me tell you something. This thing goes real different with them. Okay. And the way that it goes different is this. The narcissist is most of the time gonna volunteer the information. Hey, you want to see what they look like? And the new supply is probably like, yeah. And then the narcissist goes on to say whatever, probably shows them a picture or whatever. But the family comes in to back up the narcissist as far as with the triangulation. And I'll talk to you. I'll talk in this video about how they do that as well. But how they actually triangulate you with the new supply is this: is the new supply has some things that the narcissist could use. A lot of times it's resources, it's sex, all of that. So they know that in order for them to hold on to this new supply, they have to make themselves seem like they are a hot commodity. Okay? That they are someone that new supply should treasure. Yeah, make that make sense. They are someone that new supply should be happy to have on their arm. And so, the way that they do that is that they have to bring in a third party, which is yourself. You are not even engaged with the narcissist anymore. This is how crazy it is, y'all. You are over there doing your nails, just unbothered. You don't even know that the narcissist is over there doing this. You don't have any clue. The way that the narcissist presents you to that new supply and how they triangulate them with you is they talk like they're still having some type of contact with you. You've been no contact for a while. Okay? But the new supply don't know this. If it's really, really a new supply, they don't know anything about this. And even if it's what we call the forever or the back burner supply, baby, they probably thinking that, okay, it's over. This is my opportunity to take first position and actually get with the narcissist for real. Because I've watched all of these women go in and out of his life. Or, if you're a man dating a female, watch all these men go, in and out of her life, whatever. But you're not even in the situation. You are unbothered. You over there in your, happy space, with your peace of mind, not even a peace of mind. You got your whole mind back. Okay. And you are not even, but the narcissist is bringing in this third party, such as, you, and basically telling this new supply that, they tell them all kinds of lies, y'all. If some of y'all have talked to that new supply, drop a comment below and talk about maybe what the narcissist said to the new supply. The new supply had got contact with you and told you all about what was going on right there. But they're telling that new supply that basically, the situation had to end because they weren't willing to put up with you or whatever. It's going to always be because either the narcissist was the victim in the situation or that's usually what it is. They were being victimized, and that's why the situation didn't work out. Okay, so they're telling this new supply about all of the good things that you used to do. They'll throw one or two bad things in there, but they're telling them all of this, right? And then what they also do is they will make up lies saying that you called them, you reached out to them and contacted them about X, Y, and Z. So they have to do that to keep the new supply thinking that they are they have to keep the new supply thinking that the narcissist is a prized possession, and basically you are sorry that you let them go. It's a whole lie. It's a facade, y'all. But this is how they triangulate the new supply. This is why y'all get the new supply trying to call you. This is why y'all get the new supply up on your social media pages, stalking your social media pages, because the narcissist is bringing you in as that third party, and you don't even understand. You don't even know what's happening. You don't even know. But what they're trying to make that new supply understand is that they have some very big shoes to fill, which is not a lie. That's the truth. But they're making them feel insecure. So even if that new supply wasn't an insecure person, the narcissist, by triangulating you in that whole situation, is creating a insecure situation for the new supply. You don't even know what's going on. You just meanwhile, you are on with your life unbothered. And this bird is over there, just running it down. Half the time is lies. But can you imagine just having to live your life in the shadows of somebody like you? I mean, like, come on. You were with the narcissist, you were the best that ever did it with that narcissist. And they know that. That's why they want to keep you ever present before the face of the new supply to try to make the new supply rise to your standards. Baby, it ain't gonna happen. Ain't happening. Why? Because they ain't you. What they gonna do? They are not you. So it just, I don't know. I just hate that because it's just so sad to see it happen. But nonetheless, it is what it is. Okay? It is what it is, and it's going to be what it's going to be. But they're having to live their life in the shadows of you. And so you over there living your best life, not knowing what's going on, but being stalked and bothered by a person and you don't even know why. Well, I'm telling you why. And the family comes in to back up what the narcissist says about maybe your cooking, maybe your shopping, maybe your dressing, maybe your, the way you dress, how you move, what type of business you have or where you work, all highlighting all of those things about you that were definitely positive. Attributes that attracted the narcissist to you. Make it make sense. Okay? So family, this is what happens when you are dealing with them, because they are at every stupid kind of crazy. But yeah, that's how they triangulate you. And that's how they get that new supply to comply with all of the stuff a lot of times that they want to do. And, keep them there in the abuse because they're trying to basically set a new standard in the narcissist's life, and they can't, because they're trying to set it beating the one that you set. The bar is too high. You set the bar too high, and they're not able to reach that. So they're gonna stalk you, trying to figure out how you doing it or how did you do it. But that's how they triangulate them, fam. So anyway, y'all take really good care of yourselves. I hope this helps. Okay, and I will see you all on the next video, fam. And I will see you all healed and whole at the top. Shalom, family. Peace.